Welcome to the Couch Potato Queens, ladies and gentlemen, and days and thems, and boys and girls, and fucking faithfuls. Welcome to the Couch Potato Queens. I am your host, Mackenzie, and I'm joined as always by the lovely Mistress of Mayhem, the most faithful Lady Gaga fan ever, Steven. And we are joined tonight by the ever so lovely, the geisha herself, Dakota.
Come on, let's give it up for Dakota's first Thursday night showing.
Hello, everybody. I finally made my first appearance on the Traitors recap.
You just binged and you just got in. I was like, perfect to have on. Gotta have you on.
Yep. Hi, Sophie Dophie. Hi, Miranda. Sophie Dophie said, I kind of predicted who was going to win the season. Fuck you, bitch. Joseph Collins said, how do you top that reunion? And Sophie Dophie says, Mackenzie and Frank all won the draft. So speaking of which,
wait, I think more than that won the draft. Oh, wait a minute. I thought Josh had Gabby.
No.
Wait a damn
minute. No. But hold on. I think I won the draft because I'm the only person with a first round pick. All you motherfuckers who said I had the worst draft pick, blah, 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 blah. Who's laughing now, motherfuckers?
Because look, you're the only one with the first draft pick where both of me and Frank last picks.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Bazella. Yeah. Yep. Y'all didn't even win. Frank's didn't win until his fourth round pick, and you and him both had a fifth round pick. So,
but I will say, I'm gonna happily say I think you and Frank won because he had two and you had first, and he had two, you had first. Y'all got it.
And honestly, none of us wanted.
I'll throw my pouch red.
Honestly, a bar got picked because you got the last pick, I think, and nobody wanted him.
Yes, at least Frank made one of his picks.
I
really thought
Mackenzie, who was wrong about winning the season. Steven got a VAR.
But see, I thought I was about to have what you got. I thought I was gonna get Brittany as my first pick winner. I truly thought Danielle and Brittany were about to take the whole ass thing.
Yep.
Also, while you're watching right now, be sure you smash that like. And if you want to support the channel further, send us a super chat. It's finale night, baby. And it's Gaga night, baby.
And shout out to Steven, who has gotten a 1 in 200 signed vinyl from the mistress herself, Lady Gaga.
It'll be here this weekend. I can't wait.
If there was anybody to get it, it would be you.
I'm on the mailing list.
So Dakota, tell us, what did you think of this season?
Okay, so I'm a little bit different than y'all. I literally just binge watched all 3 seasons.
Which is why we have you on.
I like this season. I know the fans that were rooting for the Traitors, Mackenzie, gutted and hated the ending. I am Team Faithful. I've been Team Faithful all 3 seasons that I watched in the last 7 days. So I was pretty happy with the outcome. I thought Dolores was going to play dirty at the very, very end. I thought that she was going to be the one because the faces she was making, but she also is making those faces all season, and she's pretty consistent with who she would choose. But I thought it was really good overall, personally.
Look, my opinion here is Dylan, okay, I can see where he deserved to win because he's kind of been on it. They should have got him out a long fucking time ago. But all the rest of them, I mean, I think even Andy called it out and said to, and even though she's my draft pick, you voted out of 10 banishments, you voted 8 times wrong.
Okay, here is the fact that Dolores and Ivar got to the end is mind-blowing. It just shows This is okay. I'm sorry, but because most of us are part of the, I guess, gamer fandom, which I mean, it's like to call Brittany a gamer. Like, she's amazing for other attributes, but she's not, just because she came from Big Brother, she's not a gamer. But
Brittany is not known for her strategy. She's known for her diary room antics.
And like she does typically have like a good social game, which I thought she, like, even as a recruit, she would have been well deserving of a traitor win. But here's the thing, because all of the you put Danielle, Rob, Carol, I mean, just Carolyn coming from Survivor, even Bob, I mean, just the mix of those initial traitors, they were thinking to, honestly, I want to say this. Carolyn said it best to Danielle. Don't think 20 fucking 5 steps ahead. You don't need to. Like, you don't need to. You murder the most clearly faithfuls because they will never get banished. And look what y'all did, because y'all were so up in, like, they were trying to make themselves like they were trying to do too much for themselves, and they weren't realizing where the game was. It's like, hey, take a like, do a little reality check. You're not, like, stop trying to be some strategic mastermind that, like, we had in 2006 on reality game shows. We don't get those anymore. Stop it. Like, give it a rest. Get out the people that will never be banished, because look what happened. We had Zac Efron's brother, someone who was on The Bachelor who's now a lesbian, a British royal, and
who's gay,
and the first housewife ever to win who voted Tom tonight.
I love what Joseph Collins said here. I wouldn't have been so hurt by the ending if they had just thrown Red and banished Tavar. Or Dylan. I would have been happier with this ending if they would have thrown in Red and banished fucking Dylan's ass, and it'd been the 3 of them. I would have even been okay with that, because then I would have been like, ha ha ha.
You not like Dylan because he was so good at the game, and like
he wasn't even good at the game. He lucked his way through the game. None of them were good at the game, in my opinion. Dylan got lucky, and he figured out some things. He had some help, but I just don't feel like it is not strategic gameplay. They lucked out, and it was guesses.
I don't see. I think Ivor and Dolores, but I think Dylan knew more than he was giving on, and I just think that the way that the Traitors likes to edit, they don't like to set. They like, if you're suspecting someone as a traitor early on, and let's say there doesn't actually become there's no banishment to where their name is even thrown out till, let's say, 4 weeks later. They're not going to air that in week 2. So anything that you think is happening, they're not really. It just sucks. Like, I love the way the show is edited, but they are going to have to edit that out. Like, they're not going to be able to put in those initial suspicions.
And I kind of like what Sophie Duffy said here. This is the first time in the US season Traitors didn't make it to the end. I agree. It's more interesting when there's a traitor that makes it to the end.
You know what? Honestly, because even Kate made it to the end last year. Like, not even 1 red pouch. That's insane for 4 people. Hey, y'all in the chat, I think Joseph Collins, you might be able to verify this. Is this the most winners any English-speaking Traitors has ever had?
I think so.
4 is insane. I calculated it. $51,075 pre-taxes.
Okay. And by the time they pay taxes on that, it's about $25,000 a piece.
And I guarantee their appearance check was more than that.
So, honestly, every single person that played this year is probably winner, because all of their appearance fees were going to be at least that. And I believe they sign a thing where if they win, they give up their appearance fee and they just take their prize earnings.
See, okay, yeah. I mean, Joseph, exactly. Like, Traitors doesn't give away anything in the edit until they absolutely have to. Brittany's DRs were slim at the beginning because she probably had all of them pegged. But I mean, same thing it happened with Janelle last year. Like, she was telling the fans, she knew Dan was a traitor right after that first mission, but they're not going to put that in there. Like,
Joseph Collins said this is the most winners, period.
That's what I figured. Insane. Out of 4 of you, not one did. I knew that was the case. For one, when they had their little like last minute mini interviews with Alan, Gabby said something about, if she won the money, she'd get married. I'm like, well, she just got married.
What Miranda just said. Next season, I need there to be a consequence for banishing faithfuls and traitors going after traitors.
Honestly, that. Well, maybe not even traitors going after traitors, but because that can get a little. Well, you know what? But I don't know what they could do. That might be thinking like 2 seasons ahead. But at least if you banish a faithful and you vote wrong, fuck out of here. Like you're getting something's happening. No, you know what? If you don't ban here, fuck the shields. Honestly, if you banish a faithful, or let's say or I don't know how they could work this, but if let's say a traitor is banished and you didn't banish the traitor, you voted for a faithful, you're up for murder. You're the only ones up for murder. Something like it could be as small as that.
Yeah, that'd be hard to kind of get around. Dakota, what did you think about the seer twist?
I kind of figured it was either going to go to Danielle or Brittany. So the fact that Brittany was the only one left, I kind of figured because they were the ones doing the best up until the end. And I was just wondering how it was going to go because she got it. And then, of course, they picked it out. They're like, oh, she's going to pick Ivar or Gabby because that's who they were going for the most the last episode. So she's going to pick one of y'all. She picks Gabby. And then Gabby towards the end was like, well, I mean, she told everyone that I was a faithful. So, I mean, why would a traitor do that? So maybe she truly is. So I'm like, oh.
You know what? No, I think, honestly, Brittany winning that power was not as important as her being in the room when that shit was going on. She would have done better off had someone else won and taken someone else in there because it's kind of like from the episodes I do watch of Survivor, if you get sent away on like one of those little like trips, excursion type of things where like you have to be away from your tribe, guess what everyone is doing when they know you're not going to be there? They're talking about you. So not only did this, I think it damaged Brittany, but it also, I mean,
let's talk for a second really quick though, how Brittany called out Dylan's shit because Dylan's sitting there accusing Brittany at the round table and saying, you're coming after me for doing all of these things and I'm defending myself. But when I call you out, it's supposed to not be okay.
And that's when I thought Dolo was going to like take over.
Been a he played a traitor game, but as a faithful. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he was playing very messy. He was being very dismissive of other people. And if they said anything, well, no, you obviously are a traitor because you're coming after me. But it wasn't okay for them to go to you. That was just, I don't know, that pissed me off.
Okay, wait. Joseph Collins has a difference of opinions. No, I don't like a consequence for banishing faithfuls. The punishment for banishing a faithful is a lower number of faithfuls. The punishment is built into the game. I don't know what there could really be. It's interesting.
Or you start off the game and, there'll be an opportunity to earn 5 shields at every challenge. But if you banish a faithful, the number of shields is going to go down to 4 the next game. And have the amount of shields that they're able to get be diminished. I mean, I want to see some kind of a consequence, like just something to fuck with them.
I mean, the show's only getting bigger. Like literally the Empire State Building lit up their colors in honor of the Traitors finale tonight. So, oh, wow, that was quick. That was quick.
That's called production, honey.
But then again, I was like, ooh, that over Gaga? Okay. But I
feel like Gaga will be tomorrow.
Where she better be.
But the NBC also I think owns part of the Empire State Building. So
I mean 30. No, I'm thinking about I was trying to say 30 Rock is in there. I'm like, no, that's a completely different building. But no, I think the seer twist, it honestly shouldn't have happened. But where was the argument from Brittany? I mean, maybe it was there and it could have been edited out, but it's just as simple as like, yeah, no shit. Danielle gave a compliment to everyone except me. She literally said, "You did it to me again."
Do y'all feel like it went by like really? This episode went by really, not the reunion, but the finale, that it went by really quick. Like
Yes.
it feels like it went by so much quicker than all the other episodes. I felt like the other episodes was like 30 minutes to get to one point, and then like this one, it was like everything was done in like less than 10 minutes.
Well, I do feel like the finales for Traitors in general are they're
Rushed.
weird, but also okay. I don't think I agree. The Cassandra. I'm not sure I get the reference, but I will. Okay.
Dolores fucked Brittany by recruiting.
He means
and-
Danielle. He means
I mean, you mean Danielle? Fuck yeah, Danielle. I mean, yes, fuck Brittany by recruiting her in the first
But
place.
that was Carolyn's thing. But no, here's the thing. Why are we doing a banishment if the faithfuls don't think there could be a traitor? Like, I get it that, I get that it's the end or whatever, but I mean, if there has not been a murder, why are we banishing? I think that part is not okay, because they're all sitting there saying like, I think that we could all be faithfuls. Then if that's the case, end the game. Like, that's the whole point of it.
Well, and I kind of think that Danielle's mistake was probably murdering Tom.
I agree with you 100.
Joseph said, we were wrong at the start of the season. Alan Cummings does have an executive producer credit. He deliberately cast the show gay as fuck, knowing it for the girlies and gays. He did pick the traitors. And fun tidbit, Alan said in an interview, the reason this season is gay as fuck is it pissed him the fuck off what happened to Peppermint last season. And he was extremely vocal this season that after what happened to Peppermint last year, that there had to be more gay representation, or LGBTQIA representation.
Yeah, and I mean, hello, there was a shitload, but also it's like, well, for one, didn't know that he had a producer badge.
Yeah,
but hello, who do you think?
Also said, I'll be honest, I fast forwarded through the last challenge. I don't care about it. Yeah, I kind of fast forward a little bit too. I'm not.
I mean, for the finale, I was too scared to fast. Like, I didn't know, but I'm like, the moment I should, honestly, once they said Ivar would be up there by himself, it should have been like, click.
I was kind of rolling my finger. I was like, okay, they're just sitting in a car riding by themselves. I can fast forward past that.
When they did that, I was like, this is the end? That's it? Wait, Dakota, do you watch any Real Housewives, or do you watch any Bravo?
Yes. So
what do you watch?
Real Housewives of Atlanta, Beverly Hills, and occasionally like Orange County and New Jersey. And then I did watch New York before while it was still on.
You don't watch Salt Lake?
I've never watched the Salt Lake one.
You kicked her out.
Okay. So I know a couple of the girls because I've seen a couple of episodes, but I haven't watched it consistently. I know,
honey, it's no.
The one,
if you're gonna trust us on Traitors, trust me. When it's the shortest Housewives you can watch. My mother has I got her into it recently, like, because she bought me all this stuff for Christmas for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I'm like, Mother, you need to know what you just purchased. And now she's all the way through season 5.
She was Mary said Salt Lake City is a tough watch for season 4 or
season. I don't know what. Maybe that was a different. Maybe it might need to be worded differently, because season 4 is literally the finale is literally the #1 episode of Real Housewives ever.
She's a viewer from Mexico. She's one of our RuPaul Drag Race viewers.
Well, hey, Mary Doodle.
I think what she's talking about, a tough watch, is it's very emotional. It's a very emotional season to watch.
But it went from my mother having no idea about them to her saying, "Oh, they're my best friends."
I know a couple of the girls from Salt Lake City because I've watched a couple of episodes of like the drama, like Lisa going off on. Then they're like, I'm on the phone with my lawyer. I need to.
But it is the like, honestly, the one thing that sets them apart is they're funny as shit. But I don't want to get too wrapped up in Housewives because I'm on limited time. But I seriously thought Danielle and Brittany were going to take this whole thing. But then I thought, at least after that, I'm like,
At least
once
Brittany.
I saw how much time was left, I'm like, oh my God, no one's going to throw in a red pouch, are they? That was unbelievable to me. It was almost as if, think of it this way. It was almost as if, what were their names? The people who Sari.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes. Andy and Quentin. It was almost as if this finale played out like how they thought it was going to play out. Just a room full of faithfuls at the end. Just like, I mean, I couldn't even count how many faithfuls were there. Like, there were so many.
It was so crazy, too, because the way they banished everyone, I swear, when they got rid of traitors in the other 2 seasons, it was more sporadic. Whereas, like, this season, they got out Boston Rob and Bob, like, right after each other. And then there was, like, a bunch of space in between. And then they got out Danielle and Brittany, like, one right out. So it was, like, 2 and 2.
Carolyn, Danielle, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Carolyn. And Carolyn. It was, like, one right after the other.
Southern Hospitality gives early VPR.
I can't. I should have started Soho earlier this season, but once I found out that there's a Bravo show with like gay romance in it, I'm like, okay, I'm starting it now. Like now that Traitors is done, even though the finale was all of that tonight was also tonight, but
well, and honestly, we have this season. We can thank Boston Rob for the season. It's all his fucking fault, coming in and pulling all the bullshit that he pulled. You know. Maybe now, though, they will quit shoving Boston Rob down our throats. He's been on pretty much everything.
They put in so many notorious game players in that everybody automatically had a red flag on because they're like, oh, well,
but that's the thing, though. They were the traitor. Like, the gamers were the traitors, which is... I'm glad it played out this way because, I mean, if you want to consider Drag Race... I mean, technically, you play it and you win money at the end. That's a reality competition show. Mm-hmm. Point blank, period. I mean, it's not Housewives. Like, you go in, you play daily competitions, and you win money. Yep. So they put all competition people on there. Like, why? Like, that's just, it's too obvious. But yet, people are like, Housewives. But I'm so glad this happened this season because next season, yeah, thank you. Do not make them all traitors. Like 2 Survivor, 2 Big Brother in a Drag Race. That not one single Bravo person. Dumb. Because Phaedra killed it last season, and she would have gotten there had it not been for Dan.
Yep.
Okay, the reunion. Listen, I will say this about Carolyn and like the tears and I think that she thinks she's in the right. Like, I think it's not like fake, but I think she thinks that she's right in all this. But like, especially, I thought it was, all these people are mad because Danielle ended up winning. Now that I see that Danielle didn't win, get the fuck over it. Like, girl, y'all won. Who fucking cares?
Oh, yes. I was going to bring that up too. All this fucking hate over Danielle.
For nothing. And when y'all won?
Exactly.
Danielle was, I will give her, I'm not like team traitor, but Danielle was a very, 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 very good traitor. The only thing that I wasn't a fan of, because it kind of got on my nerves, but it was just part of the game, was her theatrics. I was like, Jesus.
No, the moment she dropped down to the ground, I was like, fuck, no, done.
When she like fell out of her chair and like went to the back of the ground, I'm just like, I mean, it's part of it, but
But to be fair, like, she did say, and I think the Vanity Fair article, she was like, I had to come in here and play differently because on Big Brother, I was very cold. I came off as very, villainous. So I had to come in here and play this differently because it wasn't going to work well for this type of game.
Well, I liked what she said when she said, like, when it was like during the reunion between her and Dolores, talking about like how Dolores, like, swore in her kids. She was like, and you swore in your grandkids? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Like, she stood 10 toes. Is that the phrase? Stood down 10 toes.
Oh my fucking God.
Sorry.
Oh my God. Is that Mike Boogie robbing a CVS?
Yes, hold on one second.
Who is this person that we see?
Okay, so come back to us when you're ready.
And say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Hi, Josh.
I was just waiting until you had something to say.
I haven't watched the episode yet, but I wanted to stop on and say hello because I was with my trainer tonight.
Oh,
And
perfect.
I have a
Because I was about
Gaga
to say
album.
goodbye. I gotta go.
You have to go?
Yes, Gaga midnight release. I have to leave right
Have
now.
fun. Take
Okay,
pictures.
I just stopped in to say hi. I love you
All
guys.
right, bye, y'all. Love y'all. Have a good
Josh.
night,
Stay right
baby.
there. So,
I'm driving
what have you
home
thought
right
so far
now,
about the
so
season? What have you thought so far about? You can sit there for a minute.
I haven't even watched the episode yet.
Well, I didn't ask you that.
Hold on. Hi, you're gorgeous. Who are you?
This is Dakota. Dakota, this is Josh. He's the founder of the channel.
I'm the
Dakota is my
chairman.
co-host for Drag Race.
Oh, hello. Dakota, you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
She also binge watched 3 seasons of the Traitors in a week just so that she could join us tonight.
Oh my God, work. I love it. Well, Dakota, okay, so where are you? Where are you a queen? Where are you
Central
from?
Alabama.
Okay. I worked at a company with like a few people from Alabama like years ago, and I loved them. That's so random.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a Southern housewife living in Central Alabama under the radar, you know.
Okay, okay. So
That's
Real
the
Housewives of
gig.
Alabama. Are you like an Angie K or are you like Elisa Barlow?
Oh my God. An
I'm
Angie or a
Elisa
Lisa?
Barlow. That's actually no,
She's
I'm a
more
Heather
like
Gay.
Erica.
That's who I am.
What do
Huh?
you think, Mackenzie? What am I more like?
I'd say you're more like Erica Jane.
Okay. Dakota,
I
you're
feel like
gorgeous. You are so
thank you.
pretty.
Thank you.
Like,
I feel like I'm
we
more
never think
Jennifer
about
Tilly. I feel like I'm more Jennifer Tilly than anything.
okay, I love Jennifer Tilly. Love that. Okay, y'all, I have not watched the episode. Was it
Wrong
good?
question, Miranda. My question for Dakota is, does she watch Big Brother? And Steve and I have been talking. We may try to get Dakota to join us 1 or 2 nights during Big Brother, just to help fill in so we all aren't so stressed out. So we have an extra body. But
I've never watched Big Brother. I watched Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother UK when Michelle Visage was on. But that is the only season that I've ever watched of Big Brother.
But
I
I think
love
if she
that.
would watch it, it would be fun to get a fresh perspective of somebody that's never watched it.
By the way, I love you guys. I have to. I just wanted to step on and say hi. Dakota, you're gorgeous.
Thank
Mackenzie, I
you.
love
It was nice
you.
meeting you.
Hey, congratulate me for winning.
Winning what? Oh, you won?
Well, me, Frank, and Steven all won because we had somebody in it, but I'm the only one that had a first draft pick in the winner's circle.
Work queen. I love it. I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Joseph Collins said, Dakota, we need you to give us the Real Housewives of Birmingham or Mobile if you like it trashy. We do like it trashy. We would be more of the Real Housewives of Birmingham.
I'm more Housewives of Mountain Brook.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah. Sophie Duffy has asked, I got a question for Dakota. Has she competed on Drag Race? No, she has not. Fun fact, I am the only person that has ever auditioned and almost got cast for Drag Race.
I have never. I am very vanilla. I've been to drag shows. I haven't been to one since I was probably like 20, 21. But I live a very, very like cis lifestyle. Like, let me tell you, that was my goal. I'm like, I'm going to blend in. I'm going to find a man. I'm going to have a house. I'm going to have the cookie cutter lifestyle. And that was my goal. So I've never been on Drag Race. I've never done drag before. I always thought it would be fun to do drag, but I've never done it.
You do drag every day when you paint that face.
I'm just a girly girl. I love makeup. I love glam. I love hair. I love the ensemble.
Joseph Collins said it. Dakota is a doll, not a queen. She still looks amazing.
I've always thought that. I always thought that like trans girls that did drag, I never considered them drag queens. I consider them show girls.
Showgirls
Now,
are the dolls.
men that do drag are drag queens, but the dolls that do drag are showgirls, in my opinion.
Sophie Duffy, the Couch Potato Queens recapped. I don't think the Couch Potato Queens recapped a Real Housewives show on their channel. We did years and years ago, and it might be something that we do again, especially now that we've got some extra people who can help do some things. It just gets, like Dakota and I are going to do all the drag race, but it just kind of, when you're the only ones doing it, it starts getting a little.
You have to have two people to do a recap, but it's really a lot more fun because you can bounce off of each other when you have three people or more. 3 is amazing. 4 is even better.
Yeah. Miranda said, I love that Gabby said if she won, she would maybe get married, and she did. That was very sweet. Yeah, I love that. DM Rocks, great segue. Danielle looked good in that dress. Baby, yes.
Oh my God. Honestly, she probably, out of everybody looked beautiful, but I think her dress and just her overall, she was the most beautiful at the reunion. Yep. Like, she was giving me like tribal woman from Africa meets like Elphaba from Wicked. Like, I don't know. I loved it. Beautiful.
Let's look through the other looks really quick. We've got Bob the drag queen
giving us like a Scottish countess.
She was giving me the Countess from American Horror Story.
Yes.
Yep. Bob Harper looking like he got called in a weed whacker and his pants got ripped off.
I love that all of their outfits have some nod to Scotland in some way.
Let's see. Next we have Boston Rob. They had him get up and show off his suit. I was not that impressed. He got this at Men's Warehouse on discount.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, none of the men really impressed me with their dress or how they dressed.
Like, I like an all black moment. I like an all black.
Brittany Haynes,
love.
Yeah, Marina said it best. Brittany looked good in the blue.
Yes.
Loved
the cobalt, and
the girls all pretty much showed up for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they all looked
just the geometric shaping, and then like the ruching, and like the navy, the sapphire, and the turquoise blue. Oh, beautiful.
Joseph Kahn said Brittany is stunning. Rob looks good with the gray in his hair, though. He does.
I think Rob is good looking, but I saw a video of him a couple of days ago of him before he auditioned for Big Brother when he was 25, and he was fine.
Oh yeah,
fine.
Carolyn looked gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yep. Chanel, love
gorgeous.
This love. Chriselle, I also love this dress.
Mm-hmm. It's hers is a little bit more simple, like, but it's beautiful. Like, I like the simplicity.
If you watch her on Selling Sunset, this is very her style and what she would kind of wear from that. So yeah. Sierra, didn't love this one as much, but it was still gorgeous on her.
I do like the red, but I like that the border.
The plaid on it for
this, like the Scottish, like Burberry type plaid
print. Joseph Collins said 0 popcorn passes on these girls. Yes,
no.
Or there were 0 couch catastrophes on these girls. Yeah. All of these girls were gorgeous.
They were all slay of the days, Joseph.
Derek, I would say Derek looked the best out of the guys to me.
His is very clean, very clean, simple but sharp. Like something that you'd probably wear to, like a bachelor party, or I don't know, a business meeting on a yacht.
Yep. Dolores, this was very cute. I love again, this nod to the Scottish, but it reminded me of something kind of like what Rachel wore. I mean, Rachel did all red on her season, I believe, but kind of similar to something she wore. Dorinda, he was cute. Like, I expected her to wear something a little bit less matronly, even though that it says she is matronly. But I mean, I like it. It's cute. I would wear it in 40 years. Dylan, come on, man. You just won fucking money in a show.
Lord Jesus.
What the fuck?
I'm ready for my lifelong threesome with Dylan and Gabby.
Oh my God. Miranda said Sierra could wear a garbage bag and look good.
Oh
That
yeah,
is true.
Sierra is beautiful.
And Sophie Duffy said, I think she wore that one in one of the Jersey Housewife reunions. I think she did too.
Hey, we love a recycled look. We love that.
Gabby looked like sex on a stick.
Yeah, it was giving me Lana Jarre on RuPaul's Drag Race this season, like 2 or 3 episodes ago. It was a cocoa coffee colored dress that had the hands going across it. That's what this reminded me of. It's probably, even though she's been the fashion girl this season, her and Carolyn have been the fashion girls. It's probably my least favorite out of all the girls' looks, but it's still beautiful.
Sophie Duffy said Dylan looks more like his brother with that outfit.
I didn't feel like he looked like his brother at all when the show first started, but the more and more I look at him, I'm like, I don't know if he's just grown on me or what, but he looks so much like Zach the more I look at him. Well, he looks more like Zach when Zach was in High School Musical as a teenager, more so than Zach now as an adult.
Joseph Collins said, Dorinda read the Art of War twice as prep and left first. I can see why she chose the jacket instead of something like Dolores. Very true. And quick shout out to Joseph Collins. Joseph Collins was our moderator the other night when we had some religious hecklers, and he handled them beautifully, I might say. So this is just a reminder to anyone out there. If you don't like us or you want to heckle us, send us money and we will pay attention to you and give you a platform to talk. Next we have Avar, who, I mean, he's a British royal. I expected him to look a little bit more dapper.
Yeah, I feel like his suit is a little bit more relaxed and fit. I feel like all the other guys had their suits more fitted to them, but I feel like he's been in the royal line for so long and in the spotlight for so long. I just feel like he just wants to be comfortable. So he doesn't want like a tight fitted suit, which I'm okay with, but it would have been more attractive if it would have been more fitted for him, because he's not a big guy, and this just kind of makes him look bulky.
Sophie, welcome to the channel. Who is this beautiful Dakota? She's been here for like 2 months, so welcome to the.
I've been on the recap of RuPaul's Drag Race this season. This is my first.
Shannon says hello, bye, hi, bye. So, and Joseph Collins said Dylan is a stunt queen on TikTok. I cannot wait to see Bob put him in drag. Oh, I agree. Yeah,
there's been rumors about Dylan from what I've heard. I'm not going to say what those rumors are because that's not my space, but I've heard rumors
that Bob the drag queen's put a dick in his ass.
Not that part, just that Dylan may
oh girl, we've already talked about that on this channel, that Dylan may have taken a cock in his ass or put his cock in somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Or likes the dolls.
Yeah. He might be a little bit more fluid because we know sexuality is very that.
Not for me. Here's Jeremy looking. I forgot that he was even on this season. So
I wish more guys want to wear black and navy, but I wish more guys would wear a light gray suit like this. I feel like
when Barack Obama wore a suit almost similar to this color and broke the fucking, like everybody got so upset that he wore a cream colored suit.
Like lighter colors on such a deep skin tone like his just is so beautiful. You know what he looks like? He looks like a professional basketball coach, wearing, you know how they always wear a suit and stuff. This is what it reminds me of.
Yeah. We have Nikki. I was honestly so terrified for her in this dress. I kept expecting it to just go whoop, because with my titties they would have. But she looked very different. I did not recognize her at first.
See, I didn't really recognize her at first on this season because my brother, or two of my brothers, watched WWE, and she was always on there, and I swear she used to have red hair, like bright red hair, right? Wasn't that her?
Sophie Dophie, can you answer this question about the red hair? And Miranda said Sam didn't say a word the whole reunion. Actually, he did, because he had a little back and forth with Tom Sandoval about the whole Tom ruining his investigative powers during breakfast.
Yeah, when Sam was like, "Oh, well, you guys know."
She said she never had red hair.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of another one. There was one girl in WWE that had bright red hair. So maybe she always had black hair, but I'm thinking of another girl. Oh, okay. So Nikki never had red hair. Okay. So she always had black hair.
Linda's
I'm
saying
thinking
Nikki
of
used to wear all red in the ring, but not red hair.
But there was one
Jesse's
girl.
saying Eva Marie, probably who you're thinking of.
Yes, Eva Marie. That's okay. That's who I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense now.
Just Colin said, muscular women can still wear hot girl stuff. Nikki looks amazing.
She
Yes,
does.
she does. And she doesn't even look muscular in this. She looks very, very beautiful. Yeah.
Honestly, she's very petite, but honestly, if you're going to be scared of anybody in a fight out of all of the cast, it's going to be her.
No. If I was scared of anybody in the cast, it'd be Carolyn. Like, I would pay money to watch Carolyn and Danielle in a ring together. Let's see. Nikki never had red hair. It wouldn't be surprised if Nikki's sister gets a call for next season. Don't know who that is. Next we have Robin. Again,
I like because Robin is I believe she's biracial. I don't know what she's mixed with. I know that like a lot of the girls on her season of Housewives were like notorious, like, oh well, we're black, or like, oh, we're mixed with something. She's mixed with something. She's beautiful, like beautiful skin tone, the golden buttery blonde hair. I feel like it looked good with the black, but I feel like she would have looked really good in like a navy blue, or like even like a
more would have worn like a deep hunter green, like the color of like some of the Traitors cloaks and stuff. Yeah. Next we have Sam Spears. I said Sam Spears actually looks the best out of the men.
I love the suit and I love the sheen of the suit. I just wish that it wasn't made so it was like covered up. I wish it was like it would even be so hot if it was like super fitted and he didn't have a shirt on underneath it.
I don't think he does.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Just Con said Tom Sandoval did not redeem himself, but I do want to see more, unfortunately. It's like the photos they show teenagers of drunk driving accidents in driver's ed. You look away, but you don't look, but you look back. Yeah, or like a train track, a train wreck. You see a train about to collide with another train, and you're like, and you keep watching. Yeah. Speaking of him, Tom said, again, I take it back. Sam and Tom are the best dressed. Sam and Tom are the best dressed.
He is the most classically, that is a classic black tie attire. And I love this. Love this. This is honestly the best he's looked all season. He got a fresh spray tan. His hair's done.
Yep.
He doesn't look like he is
methed out, allegedly.
Not that. He doesn't look like he's withdrawing or being schizo the whole time.
Okay, gotcha.
But he does look really good.
Next we have Tony. Again, who I forgot he was even on the season. And I don't even think he got to say anything. And last but not least, we have the most intelligent and glamorous, sexy redhead ever known to walk the face of the earth, Wes.
You forgot God's gift to women.
Who's God's gift to women? Oh, yes. God's gift to women and to the human race as a whole. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Redhead,
I like that Andy brought up that Tom said women are better cheaters. Yes, that was hilarious. And then someone said he does look more like Tom Riddle from Harry Potter. Yeah, Wes does look like Tom Riddle from Harry Potter. So yeah, I thought that, I don't know. It broke my heart when Danielle got evicted because Brittany is like, she's like, Danielle tells her, you did it to me again. And then Brittany starts crying from that. And then she's like, again. That was heart-wrenching. Like, did she deserve to get to, Danielle did play messy, but, I felt so bad for her because she finally had someone she could play the game with and that she could trust. And then that happens.
That was this was one of the biggest cliffhangers that we've had. I don't know, maybe just all season, but like on all 3 seasons. Probably one of the biggest cliffhangers that we've had, that everyone is like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Like, you kind of thought you knew what was going to happen. At the same time, there could have been a twist.
Yeah.
So I was anxious to see how it was going to turn out. And either way, I think I would have been okay with the turnout, because I don't think that we would have had a traitor in the final 2, 3, 4, or whatever they had, either way, no matter how it would have turned out at that round table. But
yeah. And then, you know, I'm just going to say this. If I had been Brittany in Brittany's shoes and I was crying because I just had that happen, all of these people are running over and putting their arms around her and, you did such a good job. Oh, you did such good. It's okay. You did such a good job. When I'm crying, somebody would have gotten punched in the fucking throat.
see,
You know,
I thought when Brittany like put her face down and like she was crying, I was like, oh, well, she didn't even. I didn't see any tears. Mackenzie said that she actually was crying. So, but
Yeah.
when I saw it, I was like, she just put a target on her back by doing that, because she's literally making this big scene, but she's not even crying, or it didn't look like she was crying to me.
well, and see, I don't feel like it put a big target on her because everyone knew, and even before that, and that's why I feel it's aggravating me, because Dylan was saying, oh, well, that was so sus. That was so sus. Right before that, Avar and him both said in the last episode, you know, we don't expect Brittany to change her vote because she's already said she can't vote against Danielle. So she was very vocal about that going into that. So then when they turn it around and are like, oh, Danielle got mad at you for voting for her. What's that about? But I mean, it was very hypocritical to me.
And honestly, I know they said that like Ivar and Sam and like Gabby, out of the 4 winners, those 3 were more like almost kind of like doormats or wallflowers the whole season. Like, they didn't really speak up that much. Like, Ivar didn't really start speaking up until the numbers started dwindling, and then he started having an opinion. And you really saw his loyalty to Dylan kind of heighten a lot, because he saw, I guess, how strong Dylan was, and like his picks ended up being the traitors. Yeah. So he started trusting Dylan more. Gabby, I think the best thing that happened to Gabby was all of the Bambis being gone, because she started to stand up and have opinions and speak up for herself. That was probably the best thing that could have happened, was all of her friends were gone.
I'm so fucking glad that you said that. So after all of that happened, we see that the seer was Brittany. She picks Gabby. So Dylan and him are sitting there talking, and Dylan said that he thinks his social skills and the relationships that he has made is why he is where he is. Motherfucker, you are where you are because your ass was drugged there by the traitors, because they felt like they could use you or whatever. That is the only reason that you're there, because you were being protected by Danielle. Danielle was protecting him, and she's protecting Brittany. Was that a detriment to her game in the end? Yes. But for him to sit there and think that he had all these social skills, you were in Boston Rob's back pocket for half of the game, wearing your cap backwards and doing everything Boston Rob did and said, because somebody else called him out and said, I think Dylan even said, Boston Rob's MO is he will go into a game, he will find someone who is a guy and stupid at the game and doesn't know anything, and puts them under his wing and gets all buddy-buddy with them and takes them all the way to the end, and then he slits their throat. That's what Boston Rob does.
But Dylan was friends with all, like, 3 of the 5 traitors he was friends with. He was friends with Carolyn, Danielle, and Boston Rob. And even though he was blind to Boston Rob the first couple episodes, he voted Boston Rob out. Same with Carolyn. He was friends with Carolyn. Did he vote for Carolyn when Carolyn got banished?
Yeah.
Okay. And then same with Danielle. He was super close with Danielle, and he's like, I'm sorry, but with what they have against you, I can't turn a blind eye to this, you know.
But I still don't think he can sit there and say that it was all his social skills and his game.
No, I do.
Very
Like, he was fooled because he was friends with three of the 5 traitors. But I will say he was right on the money with picking the traitors out all season, whether they got booted out that round table or the next round table. He was really good at picking people out. But if the traitors wouldn't have seen him as a chess piece that they could have played and used as a pawn, then they wouldn't have kept him. But he was same with like Sam. Sam was kind of like had no storyline, and then all of a sudden at breakfast was like, oh, I think what if we ask the whoever comes in what Alan was wearing at when the traitors chose who was going to go home. Perfect idea. And then of course Tom messed that up. Yeah. But I was like, okay, look at Sam. I was like, Sam's starting to get strong opinions. And then what happens? He gets murdered. And then
I really wish that this seer twist, I wish they would do it maybe a quarter to close to half of the way into the game. And I wish they would do it there so that someone can get the seer twist. They can find out, let's say you and I win it and I ask for you and I find out that you're faithful. And then 3 episodes later, you get recruited as a traitor. But I'm sitting here putting all my trust in you because I think you're faithful. I feel like there's more room for twists and turns if they put that seer twist earlier.
I do agree with you and Steven were saying how they need to figure out a way to like add something for the next season. Like when they keep banishing out faithfuls and they're not getting traitors, there needs to be like a punishment. Like, okay, you've banished a faithful. So now, like whenever the person is banished, the next round table, because you banished a faithful, the next round table, they don't have to tell you what they are.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like something simple.
Just for the next round table. I prefer how they did it in season 1, where people were able to go into the armory and figure out if they have a shield or not, because it was more secretive. Because if you're in groups, good traders are going to fix it to where they're all in one of the groups. And so if it's a group that gets it, they're going to know who's got the shield anyway. I like it better when you don't know who has the shield and it's able to be a little bit more secretive, you know. So what else do you think? Any other thoughts about this season? Sophie W said the punishment if you banished a faithful, they should decrease the prize pot. Or decrease the amount of shields that are in play in the game. Start off with a certain number of shields, and if they, banish a faithful, then that shield goes down.
Yeah, or like just for that next episode, like if you banish a faithful at the round table, the next episode you get no chance at getting a shield. And then the next episode starts over. Like if you end up banishing a traitor, then all shields are restored or something like that. I don't know.
I don't like how almost half the cast in the first 1 or 2 episodes had a shield. That was bullshit to me. But I wouldn't mind if it was a third of the cast had shields, and you start from there and then you dwindle it down.
I will say that like Dylan, although he stayed as long as he did because they saw him as a chess piece they could play, he played a really good game as a faithful. Like the thing with the shield, how there was 3 groups that were out in the forest, and he was like, all right, we're not going to tell anybody who got the shield, but we're going to let y'all have the shield, but we're going to tell them that we got it. That played into their hand and it worked in their favor, thankfully. So he played a good game. Like he would have been a good traitor. Dylan probably would have been a good traitor because he did have a lot. He had probably one of the best gameplays of any of the faithfuls. But I'm trying to think, there was like 3 people that played the game really well that were like really good at calling things out. But so Dylan was good. Not Wes, not Boston Rob. What was the other one that got brought in? Derek was really good. Wes was good too, but Wes and Derek were really good, and then Dylan was really good.
I also, thinking about the seer twist, which Danielle and Danielle and Brittany were both fighting so hard to get that power because they were so afraid of what was going to happen. Honestly, and I don't mind I understand Danielle a little bit more, but honestly, they shouldn't have, because if anybody else could have won it, if Gabby wouldn't have won that, and what Mary just said, yes, I completely agree. The syrup twist needs to be earlier. It's just too game changing at this point.
Mhm.
But if Dolores had gotten it, she's going to pull it on Navarre. If he got it, vice versa. The only person that would have gotten it and probably would have used it on Brittany would have been Dylan. If Danielle was still there, then probably still pretty much Dylan or maybe Gabby.
That would be good too. What if, so every time you banished a faithful, all shields were taken away the next challenge, and then every time you got out a traitor, someone got the seeing power. If you got out a traitor,
or if you get out a traitor, then shields are back. You've won the ability to have shields again. So Debbie said that seer needs to be introduced in like episode 4 or 5. Completely agree. So what about y'all? Who else? Anybody else mad that the Traitors lost? Anybody glad that the Faithfuls won? Yeah, Mary said they need to reformat the game. And I don't think they need to reformat it a lot, just a little. Like, I like how they did the first season, and they had, like I said, the armoring. I really like that. And I wouldn't mind a season with all celebrities and then one midway through with all normies. People who've never played anything before.
That was like you said, the first season 1 was pretty notorious because they mixed in some reality stars with civilians.
Yep.
And it was pretty notorious. Season 1 was okay. The girl that won played a good game. Like nobody even suspected
the two that were in the end with her, like everyone is so, like all of the civilians are so bitter towards her for having won. Like, and lying to them and all this other stuff. And reality stars, they don't really care as much. Jesse said UK Traitors is honestly way better, and they're just normal people. Yeah, and I kind of want to see normal people play, but I enjoy Traitors so much. I don't want to just have one season per year. I would like to see kind of like a reality or a Traitors celebrity and a Traitors civilian.
I will say that's probably why I haven't watched Big Brother, is because I got spoiled on where the UK version was the celebrity version and the US version is just civilians. So I got spoiled watching the celebrity version, and I'm like, why am I going to watch the show with a bunch of people that I don't know?
Yeah.
So
Dawn said, I'm fine with the Faithful group winning this season. So Vidofi saying, but people think having a traitor season with just normal people would be boring. Well, what about Big Brother season with just, civilian people? That's how both of them start out. And then we start to love those people. I think if you've gotten this far in and you love the game, it's okay to introduce a little bit something different or different.
I think why people wouldn't like it with a game like this is because at least with it being reality stars, you have some personality traits to go off of and you know how their behaviors are. Whereas when it's civilians, you have nothing to go off of. Yeah, it's like literally first impressions. You have nothing to go off of. So I feel like it would be kind of cool because, I mean, you literally have nothing to go off. You really don't know how it's going to go.
And it'd be either a train wreck and fun to watch because it's such a train wreck, or you'd be like, wow, this motherfucker is good, So really quickly, because we got more viewers tonight, tell everyone the reality shows that you watch. I know you kind of mentioned some of them with Steven earlier, but
yeah, the last year or so, I've been so busy just in my everyday life that I haven't been watching as much TV.
But you're an OG Vanderpump Rules girl.
Yes. I was a Bravo stan, Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of New Jersey, New York, and Beverly Hills were the 4 Real Housewives.
Before that, weren't you a Tabitha Coffee takes over?
Oh, okay. So reality, I actually started watching The Simple Life when I was like 7 years old. I rented it from the movie gallery in my hometown. So that was my introduction to reality TV, not even knowing what reality TV was. But then once I got into like middle school, high school, Jerseylicious, which was on, I think, the Style Channel.
So shady. They've kind of had civilians on with celebrities the last 2 seasons.
Oh, because some of the reality stars weren't as.
And she says, Sophie says, Tabitha Takes Over was good. Oh my God.
That's what I said. So I said this on. I said this in the RuPaul's Drag Race recap, the episode before last. How Steven and Mackenzie Steven, Mackenzie, Josh, and I think V and Frank were talking about who they would love to see the next reality star celebrity to be on a next season. And I said Tabitha Coffee.
Yep.
I think she would be like a super strong addition. Granted, she doesn't do reality TV anymore. She took a break. She said it was just an emotional toll because she got so connected with the people that she would work with in the salons and stuff. That she had to take a break after a couple of seasons. I think she'd be a great addition because she hasn't been on reality TV in so long. And she's very, very headstrong and knows what she wants. So I feel like she'd be a really, really good addition. But yeah, so The Housewives, of course, but first reality shows that I watched as like a teenager was Jerseylicious, which kind of reminds you of Jersey Shore, but more for hairstylists. So Jerseylicious, Jersey Shore, and Tabitha Takes Over, Tabitha Salon Takeover. Those are probably my first 3 that I watched. But Real Housewives, Vanderpump Rules. I'm trying to think. I watched the one with Holly Madison. What is it?
Girls Next Door.
Not that one. The one, it was like Holly's spinoff.
Oh, Holly's World.
Yeah, I watched that one. There's a bunch of them that haven't been on in years that I used to watch religiously.
Miranda saying Jax Taylor admitting he's an addict this week was the least shocking news this week. Glad he's getting help though. And not only that, but we also find out that Mike Boogie from season 2 of Big Brother got arrested for shoplifting from a CVS pharmacy. So, thoughts and prayers, Boogie. And Sophie said, so Zac Efron's brother is a reality show winner. That probably wasn't on anybody's radar. No, that definitely wasn't on my bingo cards.
I did not see, as much as I loved Dylan and I thought he was such a good game player, I did not see him going to the end. I thought that the few times that he almost went home at the round table, I literally thought he was going to go home. I did not see him not going home.
Cassie said, I think I heard Sam tell Tom she has a crush on you, referring to Carolyn at the reunion. Maybe that's why she defends him so much. It is, and that is why Tom was never murdered, because she would not allow them to murder him. She was protecting him because she does have a little bit of a thing for him. She thinks he's hot.
I mean, he is, but
I'd fuck the shit out of him. I'm not even gonna lie. And as many people as I've had sex with, and I might have had sex. I don't know. I mean, it's possible.
I mean, I'd probably have to take some azithromycin and a Z-Pack and before I did anything.
Steroid, penicillin.
Yeah, a little dabble of everything in the pharmacy here.
I think Carolyn is
bisexual.
Yeah, bi or pansexual. One of the two. So I think she likes any hole is a goal or any pole is a hole. I don't know, whatever. Sophie said Cody must have been jealous of Derek for playing with Zac Efron's brother, since Cody talked about Zac a lot on Big Brother. Did he? I don't remember that. Probably, yeah. Cassie said, oh yeah, that makes sense why she fought for him so hard. Yeah, definitely makes sense. And I mean, yes, he's a cheater, and yes, he's a low-life sex shit, but look, here's the way I look at it. We all make mistakes. Unfortunately, the mistake that he made was while he was filming a television show, and it got blown up and, put on CNN. So, who are we to judge?
And he's good TV. So, like, I mean, a lot of that is put on for TV. I mean, some of it is dramatized for TV, but it is naturally in men's nature to want to,
Stick their pole in a hole.
in so many words, like spread their seed. It's just naturally in a man's DNA to want to like be with like multiple women. It's a genetic thing. Like, I've heard it time and time again. It's a science thing. That is not an excuse, but I'm just a firm believer. I don't feel like something that somebody did in the past should be held against them for the rest of their life. That's just me.
Miranda said, "Are we excited for the Vanderpump's Rule reboot?"
I am. I will be honest. I haven't watched Vanderpump Rules the last 2 seasons. I watched the reunion last season, or was it last season, when Tom cheated on Ariana with one of the other girls on the cast. I watched the reunion, but I didn't actually watch like the whole season. Just the reunion.
Sophie Duffy thinks my co-host got an upgrade. Were you able to get through the episode, the reunion? Did you see the award ceremony?
Oh yes. Danielle got
Hold on. So they had like an Oscar moment at the end, and it was best performances in a Scottish castle. And the nominees were Carolyn for her breakfast banter, where she didn't get outed for not knowing what Alan was wearing, which we found out later that she did not know because she did not see Alan that night. So Sam Spears was almost onto something. Then we have Brittany for her round table red herring, where the last round table she threw Dylan under the bus and, look over there. Then we had Boston Rob for his turret treason, saying, "We're traitors. We shouldn't turn after each other. I'm not going to turn after you guys. You guys don't turn after me. Like, we're just all good." Then we have Bob the drag queen for his round table rebuke, saying, "I swear to God that I am a faithful."
Joke's on y'all. I'm an atheist.
And Danielle for all the fucking time. And the award for best performance in the Scottish Castle goes to Danielle. And then we find out that Danielle lasted 8 banishments, and that is the best in Traitors history. So, bravo, Danielle.
And it was well deserved. I mean, when I heard that what he was announcing, I'm like, it's gonna go to Danielle. There ain't nobody on this season that has been acting like her. I mean, I saw her going to the very end. Not that I wanted a traitor to go to the very end, but I saw her going to the very end. She is probably one of the best traitor game players that there is, like, even better than season 1. And I thought Phaedra was going to she did amazing on season 2, but I saw her going to the end. But then I think questions started getting thrown up, and then traitor on traitor energy, how that goes.
Kind of after the Cody thing, she kind of started, and that's the lesson. Traitors, when you turn on each other and there's traitor on traitor action, that usually results in eyes being turned towards you.
I mean, we haven't really had a season where there wasn't at least some betrayal of the traitors. That's why when they say, "Oh, we need to recruit a traitor," no, I don't think we do, because we see how that's happened every single season.
I really let's see. Said I like the faithful a lot more than the traitors.
I've been team faithful every season, just because if I was ever on the show, I would want to be faithful. I just feel like I'm not good at holding in like something on that magnitude. I feel like I'd be stressed out all the time, and I would just be a dead giveaway after a couple of episodes because I'd be so stressed out and overthinking. I would be Carolyn, but unintentionally.
Yeah. Cassie said, Danielle handled the razzing well. I was rooting for her in the game. Yes, she did. And I like how she just owned up to some stuff. And she was just like, hey, I did this. I own it. Yes, I did this. Yes, I said this, and brought up things that hadn't even been said or brought up yet. She's like, yeah, I did it. And so I love that. And Dawn said that she agrees with Sophie. Cassie said, all of these people I was rooting for were going against each other. LOL. Same. Well, except for Boston Rob. I didn't like Boston Rob. But again, I feel like he ruined the season by coming in and then making him a traitor. Like, if he would have been a faithful, I think it would, well, I don't know. He probably would have sussed out the traitors pretty quick. But I felt like that was a bad casting decision. I felt like there was too much male type A personalities, and it just clashed, and it just made a big explosion that took out a lot of collateral damage.
Carolyn's boobs were paid actors at this reunion. I mean,
and so were Danielle's. I mean, Danielle
looked really good, but Carolyn's girls, they were out, Miss Thing. They were out and proud.
Yep. Let's see. Miranda said, hold on. Sophie said, I rooted for Danielle in the beginning. And Dawn said, but I love Carolyn. Yeah, I love Carolyn too.
They all had their picks because Frank and Josh and Steven and Mackenzie, and did V have picks? No. So they all had their picks. V didn't have her picks, neither did I, but I'm just a guess.
Their picks.
But I will say, watching all 3 seasons, and then of course watching this season, I didn't have my picks until I, watched the show originally, because I didn't see who the casting was going to be. But I did like Carolyn at first. I liked Ion. I liked Dylan. Those are my 3. And then, of course, throughout the season, I liked Gabby more. Once the Bambi started falling out, she started like kind of speaking up more. I did like her a lot more. But my first 3 was like Dylan, Carolyn, and Ion. So
yeah, and Cassie said, I agree. It would have been more entertaining for me to see Boston Rob as a faithful. I agree, because I expected him to come in as a traitor, and that's what they did. He's always a villain in everything he does. I want to see him have to play an honest, like, kind of straightforward game.
I think he would have played the same game because that's just his personality. So he would have came off as a traitor anyway.
Yeah, and then, but that would be more entertaining for him having to do something that's not in his wheelhouse. Miranda said, can we fast forward to Big Brother now?
Y'all did. I remember watching the Big Brother recaps it was end of last summer with y'all. So when does Big Brother because I might actually watch this season so that I can help co-host. I might watch this season of Big Brother.
July, it'll probably start. Sometimes it starts the very end of June, first week of July. Sometimes it's the second week of July.
Okay.
I think it's probably going to air the week that I'm in Arizona. Yeah. So,
well, Steven did ask me if I would watch this season because there's usually 2 or 3 episodes, and he asked if I could help out on like at least 2 out of the 3. So I might watch this season just so I can like help guest host this season of Big Brother. So y'all see me on RuPaul's Drag Race recap. Y'all see me on the reunion recap of the Traitors. Y'all might see me this season on Big Brother's recap.
Miranda said, do we warn her about the live feeds? I don't think we scare her yet. So Big Brother, there's obviously Big Brother, and they have the 3 episodes a week, but you can also subscribe for, I think it's the cost of Paramount Plus of $7.99 a month. And you get to watch the 24-hour live unfiltered feeds, which are not live and unfiltered because they cut them for competitions. They cut them for ceremonies. They cut them. Yeah. And then you get a fish tank instead of seeing, the people in the Big Brother house. But in the past, you can see them fucking, you can see them sleeping, you can see them getting out of the shower and walking around butt-ass naked. Like, you can see everything. And during Big Brother, there are, I don't watch them 24/7. I watch them more to try to see what's happened because spoilers are key in Big Brother. You want to know what's happening. And a lot of times you need to know what's happening, to kind of keep up with things, of what really is going on in the house, because Big Brother will only air the PG versions and you don't really know how some people are. Yeah. So it can get to be a lot. But we're going to have you just watching and getting it from an insider perspective, and I can probably fill you in on the live.
Yeah, I will be a US Big Brother virgin this season watching it because I've never watched. I've watched little snippets of like episodes of like the past, like where
Just
Rachel.
for you to get an idea of how Big Brother, like how it works, I might get you to watch like the celebrity version, like the one Ross Matthews played on, the first one. That's a pretty good season. And then
How
it's
many
like a
seasons
mixed
are on
version.
the US celebrity one
We're going into season 28.
of the US celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, it's been going since
Oh my.
2020 or 2000. Sorry, 2000. But there's only like 3 seasons of Celebrity Big Brother, and it's only a month. So there's only maybe 14 or 15 episodes. And it's a lot,
Wait.
it's a little bit easier to digest.
So there's 28. You said there's 28 seasons of Celebrity Big Brother.
No,
Celebrity Big Brother
regular
US.
Big Brother. There's regular Big CBS Big Brother that comes
Yeah.
on in the summer. There's 27 so far, maybe 26, but 27, yeah, of that. For Celebrity Big Brother in the United States, there's only 3 seasons.
Okay.
The first season, Ross Matthews was on, and a couple of other people. So, I may like send you the link to that and let you
Funny
watch
man,
that.
Ross Matthews, the most
Yeah.
funny comedian ever.
Oh yeah. So that's right. We're entering season 27 because 26 was last year. Yep. So we're entering season
They do
27.
one season per year.
Yes, except for 2009 or 10 when there was a writer strike, and we then had a winter version of Big Brother, which people tried to forget because it was not good.
I've seen snippets of Big Brother, like where, like the one season where Reagan and Rachel are fighting. Reagan, why aren't you talking to me, Reagan? I've seen that one, which is, but aren't you friends with Rachel? And Rachel lives in Alabama.
Yeah,
She lives in Birmingham, not far from
lives
me.
about 20 minutes from me, and she lives about an hour, well, probably 45, 50 minutes from you. Yep. The queen of reality TV.
Traitors last season 2.
So if you said, yeah, the Valentine's theme Big Brother that people forget, and there's a reason. Yeah, except wasn't it the one year that we had Big Dick James? Like James the porn star, James that had, yeah. I think that was the season. If not, it's the one right after it. Yeah. It was interesting. It was a writer strike, so there was no writer for that season of Big Brother. And they put in a bunch of people who had an ex, and they put 10 people in the house and 10 other people who were their exes. And then they all had to team up with their ex, and some of them fell back in love, and some of them were fucking. There was a gay couple who, didn't last very long.
Was Frankie Grande on the regular Big Brother or the Celebrity Big
regular.
Brother?
Yeah, regular. Yep.
Cute.
Yeah.
So overall, I liked this season. I know a lot of people, I've read it on Google and some of the online threads, that this is the worst season in their opinion of Big Brother. It was lackluster. But honestly, like season 2 is definitely top tier in my opinion.
You mean Traitors, not Big Brother?
I mean, yeah, Traitors. The Traitors season 2 was like top tier, but I really liked this season personally. I
liked the season all the way up until the finale episode.
I would say season 1 is at the bottom for me. It's not horrible. It's just at the bottom of the 3 for me. I would say season 1 is still number 1. Season 2 is number 1. Season 3 was number 2, and then season 1 is in the third.
Season 1, you've got civilians mixed in with it, so it's not as fun. I mean, it's good because Stringfield's she's amazing and whatever she does, but it's not as fun watching civilians being crucified and hung up to dry as I thought it would be, because I
feel like
he's playing advanced chess, and they are trying to learn how to play checkers.
I feel like every reality show franchise, the first season is always typically the worst because they're trying to gain their footing and find out what they want to do and what works. And I think that's what they were kind of doing. Okay, do we do half and half? Or do we do like all celebrities? So,
So you know, Dakota, Frankie Grande played Big Brother with Derek, who was in the Traitors this season. And Derek won his season.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
I don't doubt it because Derek played a very, very good game. He was very right on the money with all of his guesses on who he thought were traitors.
Yeah, and then you got Big Brother, where he basically rode somebody else's coattails to the end and then won. Cassie said, I think this season's had the highest of highs and then also had the lowest of lows. Oh yeah, Cody from my season. Cody was on Big Brother. Cody also played with Frankie Grande in his season. And was Derek's like ride or die or whatever.
Who was the one that was on the game show that you were on, Sequester? She was the first trans woman on Big Brother.
Audrey Middleton. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that season because I think I watched like maybe like a snippet of an episode or something at her introduction or something. So I've seen snippets of like Big Brother. I've just never actually watched it.
Yep. Speaking of Big Brother, like we were talking about, people that would be good on the Traitors, they always do someone from the UK. I want to see Katie Hopkins on the Traitors because she's so controversial.
She did so good. She was on.
Piss off so many people from the US.
It's because I think a lot of her opinions are crass, but I mean, that's kind of to go against the grain and to be very like dark humored and abrasive. That is just a British thing. But I think she does a lot of it for TV and dramatic effect. But I didn't really know who she was on Celebrity Big Brother UK until I watched that season, and she was on Michelle's season. Her and Michelle were really good friends, and they made it to the end together.
Katie Price or Gemma Collins?
Oh, Gemma Collins, darling. Oh, yes, darling. Is that trifle? Oh, you got to give us a bit of trifle, darling. Love Gemma Collins. Yes, love her. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, my darling. Gorgeous.
Yeah, Sophie Duffy. Somebody kick Sophie Duffy. I'm just picking. Oh, and Sophie Duffy, by the way, if any of you would like to keep up with the Couch Potato Queens and join us in a chit chat or here and there, find me on Twitter and tell me you want to be added, and I'll add you to the Couch Potato Queens group chat where we have some members in there. But beware, Sophie Duffy is in there posting spoilers. The episode had not even started. I had not even clicked play, and I already knew what had happened because Sophie Duffy's ass gonna go up in there and post, oh, Mackenzie not gonna like this.
Jesse said the only problem with Gemma is she wouldn't do the challenges, and that's why we love her, because she just gives diva energy. She gives the bare minimum. When she was complaining, when she was on Celebrity Big Brother, and she's like, look at my hair. It's frazzled. My hair is fucking frazzled. Look at this, Darren. It's frazzled. Loved her.
Sophie said, I don't mean to. We know you don't mean to. We know you just excited about it, but it's oh my God.
Sophie Duffy means well.
Cassie said they should bring someone from the British Bake Off, LOL. I've never seen the British Bake Off. Is that...
It is hilarious. It is hilarious. I've seen a couple of episodes, and it is very funny. Like what happened. Like one of the people was like making something, and like the judges are up at his station. He's like, "What is this? Like, how did you make this?" Well, I mixed it together, had a breakdown, and bon appetit.
Music Neuron said, it's the third host returning. If the third host you meant is Steven tonight, then no, Steven won't be returning tonight. Steven is at a Lady Gaga music release party and is probably right now half naked, sweating profusely and rocking out to Lady Gaga's album. But we'll be back soon.
Yeah, Frank and V are busy bees, and Steven, of course, is at his Lady Gaga album release party. What is Gemma Collins? Yes, it is Towie. Yes, The Only Way is Essex is her original show. That's how she got her notoriety.
Okay, that's what I was just looking up because I could not remember.
Yep.
Yeah. She's so fucking funny.
Yes.
And Jesse said, "You're right, Jim is amazing." Sophie Duffy says, "I think they should bring someone from the circle into this. I would love to see some like Joey from the circle. Like he's done enough reality TV stuff that like I think Joey would be fun. Just saying. Joey, oh, let's see if I can find. Hold on. Let me. Dakota has a thing for Italian men, so she would appreciate. Hold on, I'm pulling up a picture. Dakota, this is
Cody last season. Beautiful. What was Cody's last name last season? Yes.
That's Joey from the challenge or from the circle on Netflix.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, he won. But he's God sexy as fuck. Davon, I would love Davon for the Traitors. I think she would be amazing. Davon was on Audrey's from season of Big Brother, and she is a robbed queen. She should have gone a lot further than she did. Sophie says, "I'm surprised I haven't asked anybody from Top Chef to do the show. I feel like they have topper level reality show celebrities to pick from before they get down to the scraping bottom of the barrel like Top Chef."
I would love to see someone like Allison Hammond on the Traitors as well, or even like Celebrity Big Brother. She's on This Morning, which is a British like morning show. She's just like a hilarious Black woman. Her name's Allison Hammond, and she's hilarious. She's also, I think she was on the British Cook Off TV show too. Hilarious.
Oh, fuck. What is it? Oh, shit. Why did I gotta see what her name is because I cannot remember. Jesus fucking Christ. Y'all, I'm so horrible with people's names. So you gotta forgive me when I'm trying to remember something and I can't remember what
She got a lot going on.
Nicole Byer. I want to see Nicole Byer on the Traitors.
Nicole.
She's on Nailed It on Netflix. Nailed It. She's judged a million RuPaul's Drag Race episodes.
Yes. She's kind of like a comedian. Yes.
Kind of a comedian. She is the comedian.
Yes, Nicole Byer. Her.
Yes. Music Neurons wants to know, what was it about the season that made people underperform? I think that's just, honestly, I believe there were so many big personalities in there. Like, you pull in Boston Rob, you pull in Derek, you pull in Wes, you pull in Bob the Drag Queen. You've got Danielle, you've got Brittany, you've got Carolyn, you've got...
I said that earlier when Steven was still here. I said that I feel like this season there was more actual big game players, like people that were very notorious on their seasons, that are very notorious on reality TV. And yeah, there was like other people from like Big Brother and Survivor and The Challenge on past seasons, but I'm talking about like big, like heavyweight names in reality challenge TV, and they were all on this season. Like there were so many big personalities. You had Bob the Drag Queen, like one of like a winner of his original season of Drag Race. Very, very big personality. Then you had Dorinda from the Real Housewives of New York. Very strong personality. Granted, she went out like the first couple of episodes. Then you had Derek he was on Big Brother. Then you had Boston Rob from Survivor. And then Wes from The Challenge. Like, there's so...
The challenge, but Wes was also, Boston Rob was also on Deal or No Deal Island. Wes was just on, The Challenge, but then he was just on Worst Celebrity Chef. Then he was also on The Villains on E, which, oh my God, that's not a very long season. You need to go watch that just for Candy Muse. And now that you know Wes.
House of Villains.
Yes. And it's got New York in
I
it.
love New York Tiffany Pollard. Love. I stan her. Every show that she's ever on, she is the best on reality TV. Love her. She's like my top 5 for like best reality TV people.
Sophie Duffy said, Matt Rife. Honey, Matt Rife, that man, I would do dirty, nasty, illegal things
He
to
looks
him.
he looks too much like my brother Nevada. I can't.
I mean, yeah, he kind of does, but Music wants to know, who do we think performed better, Derek on season 3 or Cody on season 1?
Cody kind of reminded me, this is just my opinion, Cody performed a bit more like Dylan on this season. I feel like Derek was more cutthroat on the couple episodes that he was actually on this season. I feel like if Derek would have started from the beginning and not, because I feel like when you come in halfway, you don't stay very long because they want you gone anyway. And they always think that you're going to be a recruitment if you come in, either a recruitment or they make you a traitor as soon as you come in. I feel like if Derek would have started at the beginning of this season, I feel like he would have stayed a lot longer and he probably would have gone a lot farther. I feel like Dylan performed better, even though he wasn't on as many seasons. Cody did well, but I feel like he was kind of like the Dylan of his season.
See, I kind of disagree with that. So Derek, I mean,
it's hard because he was only on for like what, 4 episodes?
Yeah. I guess I would say Derek probably did a little bit better. I was gonna say no, that I think Cody did, but honestly, Cody came in and he's a traitor. So I mean, I feel like he had a little bit of an easier time. Derek came in with the target on his back. He was in one of the cages. You know, granted, he didn't have to worry about anything for the first banishment, but he did get out, he did get out a couple of big players. And he kind of was leading the charge there for a minute. It sucks that he had to get taken out the way they got taken out. But honestly, they both did a really good job.
Oh, yeah, both for sure. Both did a really good job. I just feel like Cody had a lot more of a storyline because he was there almost or the whole time, whereas like Derek was only there a couple episodes because he came in late.
So Sophie said, I might get hate, but I was never a fan of New York. I will agree with you. I was not a fan of New York on her first Flavor of Love, like little thing. But after that show, I started to like her. Like, ugh. And we're not getting Dan from season 2.
I will say, New York, Tiffany Pollard, she loves the gays. Loves. So I feel like she is not like that person like all the time. You can tell that a lot of her personality is put on for TV. But her on House of Villains, the snippets that I saw of her going off on Omarosa, Stan. I have watched that scene so many times.
Sophie Duffy, we're not forgetting about Dan from season 2. The question was about Derek on season 3 or Cody on season 1. Dan on season 2 played a worse game than both of them together. I don't think he was comfortable with being a traitor. I don't think he liked it. I don't think he wanted it. And I mean, even though he said otherwise, he wasn't good at it.
Wasn't Dan the one that was recruited?
On
season 2?
Was he recruited? I swore. Hold on, let me go back and look. Let me look at
maybe
Dan. No, I believe he came in as a traitor.
Okay, so he came in as a traitor. Okay.
Yeah, came in as a traitor. Him and Phaedra came in. Parvati and Kate came in later.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I just don't think he was I don't think he was good at it. Yeah, Dan was the original traitor. Yep. And everyone expected, and you don't know this because of Big Brother, but Dan is probably one of the best players of Big Brother ever because he he won, and he was honest. I don't see like he won by like he was almost evicted so many times. There's one where it's like Dan's funeral, and he basically sits there and says, "I know I'm going home, so I have nothing to fuck it." And he just threw as much shit at the walls as he could, and threw and started enough chaos and confusion that he skated by. And so, like, he is chef's kiss.
So
Yep.
there's a bunch of different TV shows out there that are for non-celebrities, like Big Brother, RuPaul's Drag Race, The Challenge, Survivor. What reality show, no matter what it is, that is for civilians, non-celebrities, could you see me on?
Big Brother for sure.
Really?
Yep.
I guess I really do need to watch. I'm going to watch this season.
Because most of the girls are all pretty. The girls are all like obsessed with their looks and fashion and doing their hair and their makeup and, you know, all of that other stuff. And then going out and laying by the pool and getting their tan on. That is you to a fucking T. Miranda agrees with me. Big Brother, absolutely. Like, this girl it takes her 2 to 3 hours to do her hair and makeup. It takes her 30 minutes to go to the bathroom, because not that she's peeing or doing anything. She's in there. She's already peed. Now she's got a brush in her bag, and she's pulling out and brushing her hair and a little mini can of hairspray. She used that. Then she,
you mean when we're out in public shopping and I have to go to the bathroom for touch-ups? Okay. There's a quote that I might have even made this quote up. Whenever passing a mirror, never pass up the chance to touch up and check yourself.
Music Neuron saying Big Brother 25, Izzy on Amazing Race, or she should be on Traitors? Or should they be on Traitors? They should be on Traitors 110%. I love Izzy, but I don't see Izzy running through fields trying to make it to things on time, because I'm not that type of person. But Traitors, I could absolutely see Izzy going on Traitors and dominating Traitors, especially going on there and doing it as a traitor. Like, would love it.
Sophie.
Sophie Dovey said 30 minutes, really, Dakota? And then Miranda is like, Izzy, why are you calling her out like that?
We love Mackenzie, but she is the queen of exaggerating. She does exaggerate a bit.
Come call your husband in there to be like, sir.
I do not take. Okay, let's say the average person takes about 5 minutes in the bathroom. Maybe I spend 10. Maybe I like zhuzh my hair up. Maybe I put some lip gloss on.
Whoa.
I'm fixing the girls.
Maybe you said maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You maybe will take. Yeah. You always take it.
And you say 3 hours. 3 hours from the time I wake up to the time I leave the house, maybe, but that isn't me getting ready. I wake up, let me brush my teeth, wash my face, take my little miniature dachshund outside to go potty, let me make my bed, let me get dressed. And then all of that's probably an hour right there. And then it's another maybe 45 minutes for makeup and 20 minutes for hair. I can be.
Let's see a receipt. I won't believe it until I would give receipts, but this is why we're such good friends. We have so much receipts on each other that if I gave receipts, she's going to give other receipts, and then we're going to mutually destroy each other. So that's why we don't.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't wear makeup. I would wear it if I needed it, but some of us are just natural beauties.
Dear Jesus, Lord God Almighty, I apologize for every sin I've ever committed in my life. But Lord, when you strike this bitch down with lightning, don't confuse her with me. And please don't let that lightning jump through the teleport of the computer screen and zap my fat ass. Thank you, Jesus. We love you.
Well, to be fair, some of us are not natural beauties, so we take a little bit longer without makeup on. I look like the Loch Ness Monster without makeup on.
You are such a fucking lie. How many times have I and your man and your mama told you how gorgeous you are barefoot? I wish I looked half as good as you do with not a stitch of fucking makeup on your fucking face.
Girl, I don't know
Well,
what y'all see, but I sure ain't seeing it. Because
Sophie
whenever I
Golding, you should be banned for this. Bowie Jane on the Traitors or Amazing Race. How about neither? Fuck that hoe. I want entertainment when I watch TV. I don't want Bowie motherfucking Jane on my television screen.
Miranda
I would rather watch. How I'm trying to think of somebody who you and I both know that is boring as all get out.
on reality TV.
No. I would rather watch your mother's dog on a reality TV show. I would get more entertainment out of that than watching Bowie Jane. Yeah.
What is Bowie Jane from, Big Brother?
From Big Brother 25, and Bowie Jane is from Australia, and she's a DJ, and she's a lawyer, but she's not going to talk about being the lawyer part because she doesn't want anyone to think she's smart, which nobody does. And she's just gonna sit there and be like, what's going on today?
Oh, is she British?
No, she's Australian.
Oh, Australia, darling. Oh, gorgeous. We love her.
So music said Bowie got to jury just by saying she needed to pay rent. Meanwhile, her parents look like money. Her parents are fucking money.
I like how Miranda
says,
said
I should have my own TV show. Dakota and I should have our own TV show. Trans girls
people have told my family, like I'm talking like friends of friends of friends that have been around my family have told us, our family, like, oh, the Wages family needs to have their own reality show. Like it would be hilarious as hell. I'm like, well, if Honey Boo Boo can have a hit TV show, I'm sure we could. It's just, my parents aren't about the famous lifestyle. They're like real laid back. But everyone says just because we're so off the wall and crazy and there's like 5 of us kids, that we could have our own TV show.
And Bowie Jane drinks mouthwash. But I mean, let's be fair. Bowie Jane was also in the Big Brother house and wanted to get sloshed. So I mean, why not drink mouthwash?
I'm trying to like read some of the comments. That was Miranda said, Kenzie, why are you calling her out like that? Telling all my business. Saying that I take 3 hours to get ready.
No, I was talking about what you did in the bathroom.
I do not take 30 minutes every time I take a bathroom break.
Maybe
if we're out in public, I like to zhuzh the hair, put my lip gloss on. Sometimes like the girls are coming out of their assigned seat, so I got to put them back there. It just depends. Sometimes we need a touch up. Sometimes we need to fix some things. Sophie Duffy said Rachel would have a field day with Dakota. Who's Rachel? From Big Brother?
Probably.
Oh my gosh. Miranda said, would Dakota make it to the diary room on time on Big Brother?
No. So whenever it's time for you to go to the diary room, Big Brother will come on. Dakota, please go to the diary room. Well, sometimes you're in bed asleep. And if you're going to the diary room, you're going in there to be interviewed for what's been going on. So usually so you would get up and go, oh God. Okay, I've got to go pee. I'm coming. And then you go to pee. And then you start brushing your hair. And you're like, I want to do a little curl. And then you start touching up your makeup. Dakota, please go to the diary room. I'm coming. Dakota, please go.
Oh, yeah. I would get kicked out like the first couple of episodes because I wouldn't be listening to.
As long as you don't take your microphone pack off and throw it into the pool and protest, you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah. So are the rooms that everyone says in, is it co-ed or do the girls have one room?
Yes, co-ed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See,
there's no locks.
I'm a heavy sleeper. But being around a bunch of people that I don't know, that I'm not comfortable around, I would not sleep good. So as much as I'm a night owl and I like my sleep, so I'll go to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning and sleep till like 11 o'clock in the morning, I probably would still stay up late and have to take power naps through the night because I would not sleep soundly. So I would probably literally just go to bed with makeup on, go take a shower, and put a new face on.
So you know what's going to happen? Oh, and the co-ed's also bathroom. The bathroom is also co-ed. You know what's gonna happen?
Guys can come in there while you're taking a shower.
Girl. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to show you some stuff. There's literally a door that comes up to like right past your boobs and it's like down to your shins. And it's like it's not see-through, it's like frosted, or there's a curtain.
Oh,
And
hell.
you can see their head and everything while they're showering. And
Oh.
if you're a have-not, one side is cold, the other side has hot water. So if you're a have-not, you can only take cold showers for the entire week.
Oh.
So that's why you try not to get a punishment. And if you're a have-not, you sleep in a room with pretty much no mattress, 1 or 2 blankets, 1 pillow, and it's freezing fucking cold all the time. And you cannot eat regular food. You eat basically slop or oatmeal for the entire week. It is hell on earth. But yeah, there's 1 bathroom. And so here's the 2 showers, and right next to it is the bathroom where you open the door and you can go into, and that's private room. You can go.
Okay. So, y'all tell us in the comments, do you want to see me and Mackenzie audition for Big Brother so that we can go on there and get
honey, I've already auditioned, honey.
We'll get enough celebrity so that we can go on the Traitors.
But here's where you would fuck up on Big Brother. They turn the lights off. I don't know. We're going to say 2 a.m. 2 a.m. They turn all the lights off. They have some throughout and you can kind of sleep. But then the lights come on at, we're going to say 8 a.m. after 7 or 8 hours. And then the lights, and it's studio lights, stay on from 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning all the way until they turn them off at night. It's almost like in prison. They don't turn the lights off until it's time for you to go to bed. And that's when they turn the lights off. And you really cannot, you're not supposed to sleep. Well, if you're like last season of Big Brother and you're Tucker and you give us life on the feeds and there's so much shit that they can't edit enough of it, then they let them sleep throughout the day. But if it's a boring season, Dakota, wake up. Dakota, you're sleeping. Dakota, get up.
I'd have to give them a good ass show because I got to have my sleep.
Girl.
Isn't Tucker the one that had a bromance with Frankie Grande?
No. Tucker is last season. He's the one that I loved that, had the bleeding nose that I sent you the thing of.
Okay.
Frankie Grande, that was Zach Rance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tucker didn't make it as far. He left pre-jury and it was very sad. And Sophie Duffy didn't like Tucker. And yeah, but Tucker is.
So Sophie Duffy said that Rachel and Janelle would also have a field day with Dakota. Who's Janelle?
Janelle is another legendary Big Brother player.
Oh,
Janelle from Traitors season 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just a girl's girl. I'm gonna bond with the girls. Not that I don't like guys. I'm not comfortable around men just because of who I am. I don't really trust men. So like I'm not gonna be like all broy with the bros and trying to get close to guys. Like I'm just gonna be with the girls. Like that's just me. I've always had like all my friends are girls.
Then who was the guy that on BB24 who Joseph got caught pleasing himself into in the corner of a shower, the 3-pump chump? Wait, are you talking about Joseph from this season? Because he was in the room with wait, which I'm confused. If you're talking about that Joe, I don't remember that Joseph jerking off anybody. I probably missed that. I also did not watch as much of season 24. That was not a great year for me. Sorry about it. And it was pretty boring. I checked out probably. I think I checked out right around the time that Jasmine. Yeah, right around the time Jasmine went home. Sorry about it.
Oh, Taylor Hale's ex-boyfriend Joseph.
Gotcha. Joseph caught Mr. Kim. Oh, okay. Then we also had a guy from last last season who was in a room by himself and basically sitting there jerking off to, another player talking about himself the entire time. It was very cringe. And then he even talked about, I nutted in there. You nutted in there while Matt is talking about himself. Okay.
Joseph was in solitary last season.
Oh, and by the way, we want to give a quick shout out. And we're fixing to end up things here because we've been going for almost 2 hours. And Sophie Duffy said, Mackenzie, I noticed you get bored if a reality show gets boring. Yes, I do. Yes.
She likes nonstop twists and turns and treachery and drama. Like, if a show is not like that, if there is more than like one episode of just none of that happening, she's bored. Mm-hmm. So the fact that there was no traitors that made it to the end, like when I tell you, when Danielle went home, she was already done with the season.
Oh yeah.
Before even Brittany went home. When Danielle went home, she was already done. I was texting her when it happened and Danielle went home at the beginning of the episode. She's like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm liking the season so far. And she's like, yeah, I'm glad someone is. Yep. She was not happy.
Nope. By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Jolene Lunzer. If y'all have not followed her or watched her, please do. She's a friend of the channel. But if you're not a member, you should be, because you get to watch a special interview that she did with our one and only Steven. It was a lot of fun to watch. They talk about the traitors. They talk about a lot of fun shit. So yeah, go and show some love to Jolene because we love her. She's so much fun. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get ready to end things here. Just because the Traitors has ended, it doesn't mean you can't catch up with us. Dakota and I are here every Monday night at 7 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time, where we discuss RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. We will be come May, or as soon as season 17 goes off, we'll be covering All Stars. And you never know what else we'll cover. The Couch Potato Queens, we will, we're talking about doing that new Millionaire show that's coming out on Netflix, just to kind of have something to cover us until, Big Brother gets here. But, we will definitely be here for Big Brother. And unlike last season, we are going to attempt 3 shows a week. And that's the reason that we're pulling in some people like Dakota to help us get through that a little bit easier. So, it may not be hour plus long episodes, but it'll at least be, at least 20, 30-minute episode talking about the Big Brother episode more if we get more people in and engaged. So we appreciate you guys for always sticking with us and for going through these seasons with us and the ups and downs and twists and turns. We love you guys so much. We love doing this. Dakota, where can everyone find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for now. It's Dakota Rain, XOXO, DAKOTA, RAINE, XOXO. I may make a Blue Sky account soon. I still don't have Twitter. I will probably never have Twitter or X, but Instagram and Facebook.
It is supporting Elon Musk, but it's also, you get a lot more drama and shit there. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at KenzieJoe205 or Twitter, Kenzie_reality. And as always, you can follow the Couch Potato Queens on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram. And while you're here, before we go, do me a favor. You see that little like button? Go ahead and click and smash that like button. We appreciate the love so much. And if you really love us, after the stream ends, hit refresh, scroll down, and comment on the video. We would really appreciate that. It really does help all of us so much. Music Neurons asks an interesting question. How many Drag Race queens should be on a Traitors per season? I would like at least 2.
Yeah, because there's been at least 3 or 4 housewives almost every single season. And there's been so many Big Brother and Survivor contestants. And I feel like every time, the last 2 seasons we've had a Drag Race girl on, they get booted off in the first couple of episodes. I feel like we need at least 2. I'm sorry.
I really would love to see like Trinity the Tuck come on. I would love to see Jinx Monsoon, especially with Jinx having done Doctor Who.
Courtney Act, because Courtney Act's been on Big Celebrity Big Brother, and she was on Drag Race and Australian Idol. I feel like she'd be really good on the Traitors.
Or Lawrence Chaney would love, like, you know, any queen like that. Queens who are good television. Even Raja, like, put fucking Raja on, or Raven.
She would be higher than
Raja and Raven would be hilarious to watch. And it would be he would be hilarious to watch Raja and Raven, who know each other so well on season, and have one of them be a traitor. I mean, just, you know, that would be good TV to me. Or an old school queen and trans, Carmen Carrera. Would love to see Carmen Carrera come on. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many wonderful queens to pick from, you know. Yeah, it's hard to, you know, choose. And, you know, All Stars 10 is coming, and you know, it's looking like an interesting cast if the rumors are correct. We may get a season 17 girl if the rumors are correct. So,
and no, someone asked at the beginning if I had been on RuPaul's Drag Race, but Mackenzie did compare me to someone that had been on Canada's Drag Race. I believe it was season 4. Mackenzie told me when she was watching 2 years ago, it was like, I think, no, it was beginning of last year. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm watching Canada's Drag Race season 4 and the girlfriend experience, that's her name, the girlfriend experience. She's like, literally reminds me so much of you, like without makeup on, with the long dark hair, sitting there getting ready. Like, y'all resemble each other so much.
Yep. Especially when she does have makeup on. Like, the looks or the things that she does in the mirror is just very, you know, yeah. If you ever want to know what Dakota looks like getting ready in the mirror, it would be the girlfriend experience. If you ever want to know what I look like in the mirror getting ready, it's probably going to be Alyssa Edwards. Oh, you know, I'm just, yeah, I'm doing all.
No, I think it's more like Lawrence Chaney. Oh, so I leave too much room when I'm painting my eye. Yeah, it creates more of a mopey look. Oh, so I'm painting the depression on.
You're so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Yep. Bye, y'all. We love y'all before. I hope that answered your question, Music Neurons. Thank you all for watching. Cassie Face, hi. Sophie Duffy said, yeah, sure, okay. Let's see how long that will work before you queens give up on it. You obviously haven't met me. And before I didn't have access to the accounts. I couldn't run anything. I'll come up on this bitch and do an episode by my motherfucking self.
One thing is, I'm very determined, and I will say that I am a procrastinator, but I always give 200% in everything that I do. So if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I might be a couple minutes late, but I'll be there.
Dollman said bye, and Music Northern said yes, thanks. Y'all have been great. We love you guys so much. We will see you back here on Monday night for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 10 for the Villains Roast, where they bring back Mistress Isabel Brooks. I just drew a blank. Mistress Isabel Brooks, Plain Jane, and
Candy Muse.
Candy Muse. Yep. So that should be fun. We love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. We will see you all next time. Bye.